So welcome to the Dream Tech Stack for e-commerce. My name is Tim, but I go with Tooltime Tim. That's a new thing that I'm doing. If you watched Home Improvement, have anybody watched Home Improvement? Home Improvement? Only one person? Yeah, okay. Home Improvement was an old show, and there was this guy, Tim, and he used to speak to his neighbor about tools for the garden. Yeah, it was a really funny show. And then all my friends, all the CEOs that I know, that I've consulted, that I help, I'm a growth consultant, used to call me all the time to ask for tools. And my neighbor, he's a sales director in Cakir, where I was the COO before. We're a marketing automation software for e-commerce, competitor to Frizbit a little bit. But Frizbit is much better, that's why I'm here. Cakir is not here. Do you see Cakir here? No. So basically, with my neighbor, we were sharing tools as well. So sales tools, customer support tools, and so on. And then we came with this concept, Tooltime Tim. So it's the first panel that I'm doing, but on TikTok, on LinkedIn, every day I share tools. So any marketing tools, any growth tools, any customer support tools. When I say tool, all the software, any kind of SaaS products. So if you have any questions about that, you can always ask Tooltime Tim, because the tagline is, there's a tool for that. Okay? So whenever you want something, there is a tool for that. The software world is amazing. And trust me, people are like, yeah, he's talking, but you have a problem, you come to me, I give you a tool that solves the problem. And I've done that many times, so let me know, right? So, but I'll introduce the person who's actually hosting the whole event, which is Ata, from Frizbit. So Ata, welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, and this is the streaming mic.
So this is the streaming
exactly,
mic.
so that everybody can hear us. It's a little bit hot here, sorry about that. But thank you so much for hosting the event.
You are welcome.
Ata called me and said, hey, do you want to do an interesting panel? And I said, I'd love to, if we can bring some other amazing e-commerce founders.
Exactly.
That maybe speak about Frizbit before that, and then I'll let you introduce everybody.
Yeah, perfect. So, and maybe even before Frizbit, just for you to have some context about all these events, we are hosting these events like more or less, I mean, we try to do every, like bi-monthly, more or less. So this is like also a meetup. There's a meetup group called Growth Marketing Barcelona, and this is one of the episodes for this at the same time. And in this session we have a different concept with e-commerce technology founders in Barcelona, and Tim is our moderator, as you know. So that is a part. So if you'd like to be updated about the new events that we'll be organizing, you can scan some of the badges over there on the table, and you will find a QR code so that you'll join the meetup group. So that is a part. My name is Ata. I'm originally from Turkey. That is why my name might be different for some of you. And I'm co-founder and CEO of Frizbit. Frizbit is a marketing automation platform for e-commerce, and we are based here. And we are helping e-commerce companies to send hyper-personalized and automated messages based on user behavior, such as cart abandonment emails or push notifications or SMSs. So that is basically what we do. If any of you are interested, you can talk to me or with Oscar, Chris, Laura from our team during the networking. And I'd like to give one more thanks for our host, who is Attico, who are providing the space for us. So if you'd like to, Attico is one of the best co-working spaces in Barcelona, and they what also offer is a one-day free trial if you'd like to come and spend one day here working. So if you're interested, you can talk with the colleague from Attico. So that is all from my side. Tim, should I introduce my other co-founders? Okay, so first Baptiste. There is he's co-founder and CEO of Vidjet, that I will just give the mic to him to present. But just one funny story of how we met. We were both in Barcelona Activa's incubator in Glorious, and we had to move because Barcelona Active was, kicking us out because like we were terminating our contract of 3 years, and then we were selling some pieces of like furnitures. And Baptiste came and I'm like, are you selling the fridge? And I said, yeah. What do you do? And then like that is how we met. I hope you take good care of our fridge. But yeah, so it's nice having you here.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. We do take good care of the fridge. It works super well. Can I put this here? Yeah? Tim is going to kill me. No? So hi everyone, I'm Baptiste. I'm the co-founder of Vidjet. A couple of bullet points here if you want to read. But basically, Vidjet is a video marketing tool for e-commerce, and it enables e-merchants to display several videos across the customer journey of their visitors. For example, if someone is new on the website, they will have a welcome video, for example, by the founders of the website or the brand. If someone is browsing on a product page, they will have a product tutorial appearing. So it's different videos across the customer journeys. And of course, these videos are e-commerce oriented, meaning that they are shoppable. You can add product to the cart on the video. You can buy from the video. You can collect emails if you want to collect email like on a pop-up on the video, etc. So it's a video player, basically like Vimeo. This was a normal, I guess. And it's suited for e-commerce. That's pretty much it. Right now, we've been existing for a bit less than 2 years, more than 1,000 customers. Most of them are in North America and in Europe. We do have in Europe, we do have a lot of French and Spanish customers. Myself, I'm French, but we do have the company here in Barcelona. And apart from doing Vidjet, I like to cycle. So that's why the last bullet point is about a bike. And that's pretty much it about me. I'm happy to answer any question after, and I'm really happy to be here.
He's biked all the way here, so he might smell.
No,
so be
it's
careful.
okay. No, it's like 10 minutes away, so it's okay.
It's very hot outside, though. You can introduce, if you want, our other colleague.
Yep, I'll give you that.
Okay. So I'd like to present to you Kevin. And he's a co-founder and CEO of Spitche. And I met him in different events.
Funny story or no?
Well, so no, there were no fridge, but there were a lot of cold beers and some wine, specifically in Melton Lab events. Never refused a good wine. Yeah, thanks for being here with us. So I'll give you the mic.
Thank you very much. So hello everyone. So I'm Kevin. I'm from France. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Spitche. Spitche is a brand ambassador software. So basically, we help brands to turn their consumers into social media ambassadors. So it works a little bit like a loyalty program, but instead of rewarding the consumers on the purchase, we're gonna reward them on the social media engagement, which is allowing us to get like a lot of data about their engagement and helping the brand to optimize their marketing strategy thanks to this data, and also to launch powerful nano influence campaign or brand ambassadors campaign. So the company is based in France, but we have the team in most of the team in Barcelona with me. We also have some team in Ukraine right now, the tech team, and we are more or less in the markets for like 2-3 years. We work mainly with big e-commerce brands, but in September we're gonna launch a new package for small and medium businesses as well, mainly on the Shopify ecosystem. And yeah, so basically that's what we are doing. So we are helping brands basically to turn their strategy in terms of marketing into consumer engagement, and we help them to go to the C2C model because, of course, the brand ambassadors, they help the brand to communicate to some network that they don't reach in general, and they can reach this kind of network thanks to their ambassadors. So that's what we do here. And thanks for inviting for this event.
Awesome. Yeah, I have my mic. So that's between you guys.
Yeah,
streaming.
we will share.
You know, the event is all about them. It's all about their software. It's all about the trends in e-commerce of the best tech stack that you can build. Who has a shop? Who has an e-commerce shop? Anybody has a shop? Okay, no. Anybody in e-commerce software? Yeah, working in the software industry in e-commerce? Okay.
I know some.
A few. All right, perfect. And let me ask a couple of questions very quickly. Felipe, if you don't mind, what do you do?
I have a startup in Chile.
Okay.
Health tech.
Health tech, awesome. Okay. Some of the tools I reckon you can use even. Yeah, okay, that'd be awesome. Okay, let me ask Thomas. You were in the software industry, weren't you?
Yeah, I work for an internationalization company.
Okay.
We have different software. We can do I'm in charge of Spain.
Yeah.
So we have some sort of software.
Yeah.
Dedicated to different kind of things.
Yeah.
But mostly for e-commerce.
Not perfect. Okay. All right. So, is everybody kind of somehow in e-commerce, or is very interested in e-commerce, right? That's why we're here. Okay, awesome. All right. Because I'm here for the free beers. I don't know about you guys, but I'm gonna moderate them a little bit so that I deserve my beers. Okay, and then as you can see, I've already started. That's very important. Sorry, LinkedIn and YouTube and Twitter, you can't have the free beers. We didn't start an NFT of beers yet, but when we start that soon, after the events, you'll be able to have that. Awesome. So I got a couple of questions to get this panel going, to start really getting everybody talking about their tools. There's going to be a few categories. So we're going to talk about the tools. We're going to talk about data, right? Data is very important in e-commerce, as we all know. Then we're going to start talking a little bit more about the trends, the future, right? The future of e-commerce is very interesting, and these guys knows a lot about it. I don't know that much, so I'm going to learn with you guys, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to talk about really the customer journey and the e-commerce funnel, right? Because that's changing a lot, right? So I'm sure that you guys buy online a lot. No, everybody buys online. Anybody doesn't buy online, they say, no, we don't buy online. Is there anybody like that here? Hopefully not, right? Because that's definitely the wrong crowd. Don't come here, okay? Go to the other event, I don't know where, but not here, all right? So, and the most important, in my opinion, is going to be to give some time and space for you guys to ask questions, okay? Because I'm sure you're going to have, hopefully, some interesting questions for these guys, okay? And then we can have a bit of a discussion, yeah? And after that, as we said, free beers, thanks to Frizbit and Ata together doing the event, so we can chat. And if you need any of the softwares, I'm sure these guys will be more than happy to book a demo or anything like that. And maybe I'll even push them to see if I can get a little special discount for a tool-time Tim. They don't know about this one yet, so that's why they're like, they didn't know that. But I always like a good discount. No, that's it's important. Yeah. So first, I really want to start asking a little bit about. I know that they pitched you a little bit, but let's go a little bit deeper and let's start from Baptiste. Baptiste, I know that Vidjet, you say it's a shoppable video.
Yep.
Right? Can you give us a few quick use cases, as you said, but a little bit more defined? Let's think about a store of, it could be cosmetics, it could be anything that you choose, and give us a little bit of a use case, because I've seen the tool. I had the chance to actually work with Baptiste before at Cars Guru, and Baptiste and Leo, which is the other co-founder, the CTO is not here. They went and they really started an amazing company with an amazing tool, amazing technology, and I think it's very innovative. And I'm very into video in communication. In websites, I think it's very, very important. So give us a use case and tell us a little bit a story about how we would use Vidjet, if you don't mind.
Sure. So, okay, how we'll use Vidjet now, and what's the vision of video marketing in e-commerce? So right now, Vidjet is allow people to display several videos on the customer journey, but only on the website, right? When a visitor lands on the website, if he or she is a new visitor, they will see a welcome message, for example. Then if they look for a product, they will see a tutorial. Then if they make a purchase, they will see a thank you video. This is on the website. You know, the vision of Vidjet is kind of the analogy with MailChimp, not 20 years ago. MailChimp like 15 years ago?
50,
maybe,
I would say 15, yeah.
MailChimp back in the day was just a tool.
Now it's
like
called Intuit MailChimp. You can't say just MailChimp. Yeah, so be careful.
And you know, it was just like a tool to just send, to blast emails to everyone without really segmenting emails. And little by little, it started to segment audiences, create cohorts, and send the right message to the right people at the right moment. And so we think that video, and we can already see the trend with TikTok, etc. We believe that video will be the main channel of communication between brands and between customers in the future. And that's why we already started to work on segmenting videos so we can send the right video on the right channel to the right person. And this is the vision of Vidjet. So right now on Vidjet, again, you can segment videos on your website, depending on the customer journey, depending on of the visitors, depending on the country, etc. And in the future, you'll be able also to segment videos on other channels like email, SMS, maybe WhatsApp. We were talking about WhatsApp earlier. And this is just about video communication between brands and customers.
Baptiste, thank you so much for that. I just want to highlight something, because I always say at the right time, at the right place, to the right audience. And I think that has to be highlighted and underlined, because you know how many times we go on sites and we have really an experience that is not made for us, right? And I think that Vidjet definitely is changing that. And there was one use case of Vidjet that I actually would like to say, if that's okay. I went on one of their use cases was a cosmetic company, and I think it was a cream. And in their page, they were showing to put the cream on their hand to see the texture, you know. so that you can understand how if it's with grainy or if it's smooth and so on. We used to go to the shops to be able to test that, right? And really you would test that. Now with video, we can see that. So you can understand exactly what type of cream you're expecting and so on. I think that was an amazing use case. And when he says video, it's not like video with ads or anything like that. It's very pure, that video about that page, about that product, about that stage on the funnel. And I think that's what's very important. And I think that we all have to think about a better experience, which we're going to discuss a little bit further.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
Thanks to you.
All right. Let's go, Kevin. I know that you call it nano influence, consumer engagement. I mean, I've been very close with all three actually. So I know the tools quite a bit, but I don't have the same knowledge, but I know the tools quite a bit, I think. I worked, with all three somehow, I think Kevin and I was advising a bit speech and I've hosted his events. Baptiste and I worked together. Ata and I have been very close friends for a while as well. So it'll be very interesting. Let's see. I'm going to push them a little bit, okay? So you'll see in a bit. So times can get uncomfortable. But anyways, so tell us, what do you mean about nano influence? Because I know it was ambassadors, it was then micro ambassadors, then macro ambassadors. I don't know. It just kept, there's so many buzzwords around this. But can you explain us a little bit more from a real use case again, like Baptiste did? How could we use speech? And
yeah, but basically there is what we call in marketing the influence market. Just like that way. That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's much
all right. There is what we call it. Yeah. So I'm reverse. You're half French.
Yeah, I'm half. That's why I'm half. Luckily, I'm half Turkish.
And so there is what we call the influence marketing pyramid. So basically, at some point in the past, the brand started to not, let's say, advertise in the traditional newspaper, traditional media. They started to use actually people to advertise their product, and they were starting to use the top of this influence marketing pyramid, which is like the celebrities, which is like a big reach, but not necessarily a big engagement. Then it went a little bit down with like also famous people, a little bit less famous, and step by step, like there was I would say like a crash of this all these influencers on Instagram is still working well. It's still there is still a lot on the market, but I have to say that a lot is not very relevant for brands. It's not very profitable. It's not, the return on investment is not that big. And then step by step, the brand were starting to go to the bottom of this pyramid and to use their own customers to communicate about the product. And that's what we call the nano influencers, which actually I'm trying to use more the brand ambassadors word than the nano influence, because sometimes influence still, even nano influence is still a little bit negative because of what happened also in the past with all the influencers. And actually the brand ambassadors is a little bit more positive. And there is like a lot of people actually in the network of the brand who actually engage already on social media, and they are ready to not only to buy the product or the services of the brand, but also to promote the brand to their network. And this since the beginning of the brand. So all the brands, they have like a base of fans, of people ready to promote their product. And basically we build the tool for that to help the brand to identify who are the potential brand ambassadors within the community of the brand, and to identify them and to engage them, and finally to propose them some we'll say like win-win deal, because how many times did you share or did you comment or did you like content from a brand? I believe a lot of times, but you never been rewarded for that. And finally with speech, we help the brand to identify who are the brand ambassadors, but we also help the brand ambassadors to be rewarded for the promotion of the brand on social media. So that's more or less what we call the nano influencers, which is actually based on the consumer engagement on social media.
This reminds me a little bit also, if you guys remember when HubSpot started the inbound, and then there was on the pipeline, when you created the pipeline, you had evangelists, right? You had evangelists. And what did you do with the evangelists? You just tagged them and maybe say thank you, but you never rewarded them, right?
Actually, there is a big example in one of the best marketing, I would say like marketing-oriented company, which is Tesla. For example, when you buy a Tesla, you can buy a pack with the car, and this pack helps you to organize a party at your house, to invite your friend to use the Tesla. And then some statistics show that a lot of new buyers of Tesla come from this party of a past customer of the and
Well,
that's what we call the recommendation, the social proof, etc.
yeah, well, it makes sense as well, though, because if you have a Tesla, you want to show off. So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
invite all your friends and be like, hey, I just got a Tesla, right?
Exactly.
Do you want to drive it? And it's like, yeah, I'd love to. And then you buy one, right?
Exactly.
No, but I mean, at the end, this is nowadays when you're gonna go to a restaurant or whatever, right? We only look at reviews, or we look at Instagram, we look at our friends, and we want to understand if anybody went there, right? We don't trust marketing anymore. Let's be honest. Like, I don't.
And
I
we
don't
actually,
trust marketing anymore.
we actually, even if I take, for example, my example or example of many people, now they even don't look at the menu anymore. They look at the plate, the pictures of the plate on the Instagram where they were tagged, so they can look how is the plate, how it look like, and then they can make their choice based on the social proof on Instagram.
Yeah, I think we're going to get back into that because
Yeah.
I think there's
Going
a great software here that can do some amazing stuff about that as well. Absolutely. But thank you for that. Thank you so much, Kevin. All right, Ata, yes. So Frizbit, I mean, we used to be competitors, but then we became good friends, and I left the other company. So
okay.
I'm much more of a Frizbit promoter at the moment than before at Cakir. But sorry if you're watching from their ex-boss. I'm very sorry. We don't work anymore. Still love you though. So can I call it marketing automation, push notification? And I know that you guys working a lot on cookieless remarketing, and what you guys built and what you're going to build more, it's very important because there's a lot of problems about cookies and tracking and so on. So can you explain us a little bit the use case, maybe past, present? Don't get into the future because we're going to get there.
Later,
But tell us a
okay.
little bit the past and your present at the moment, because
Okay.
I know you've changed quite a bit as well.
Okay, yeah. So basically, we started as a solution which offer web push notifications. I don't know if all of you know that, but it is the browser version of the push notifications we know from the mobile apps. So now, like 6 years ago, more or less, the browsers started offering this technology to the website so that they can send push notifications even the users are not on the website. So this was more or less like a communication channel, and I mean it still is. But what we built is we merged this channel and made use of for remarketing basically. So what we do is based on the user behavior on the website, we can send personalized messages through that channel. And the nice thing about this channel is that the user doesn't have to be on the website. So this is more or less works like remarketing, but without ads. And what is the thing with ads or not? So the ads require acceptance of third-party cookies. That is what they need to function. And nowadays, like next year, I mean, I don't know if it's part of the future, but probably you heard around that the third-party cookies are being blocked. So that is why it is becoming more and more important, that channel, as a way to do remarketing without third-party cookies. And yeah, apart from that, yeah, this is one part of the story, which is important for clients who still didn't register to the website, basically who at the moment that they are just visitors, like who never left email address, never bought something. So that is one end. And of course, we use the traditional CRM channels of like email or SMS to engage with them, with the registered users. So that is on the other side what we do, and we do it with hyper personalization and automation.
Awesome. I think we're going to get into that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's go back a little bit to Vidjet. And I said I'm going to be a bit more difficult. I want you very short, not the whole story, not explain us, but why should we use Vidjet?
Why should you use Vidjet?
Why should we? Anybody. Why should we use Vidjet? In one line, if you can, a couple lines, max.
So you just gave the example of the product texture. When you go to a shop, you can take the product, make it turn around, see it in from different perspective, and get a good appreciation of the product. You know what you're going to buy. You're more reassured about your purchase.
Assurance. I like that. Okay, assurance. It's like you know, you see it, you trust it, you get it.
Exactly.
Okay. Another thing, but I know that because we discussed this a little bit with you, everybody's scared of video. I've been scared of video, and I still am sometimes. As you can see in the beginning, I sweat. I'm still hot as well. But I started TikTok. I had to start TikTok. I'm a bit old for TikTok, but I started TikTok because everybody's there apparently. So I'm testing it. But I was shy. I was like, I need lights. I need the background. I need all this. So how can we make those videos? Is it easy, or what do we do? Like, is it that easy? Please tell us.
You take a smartphone and you record yourself. It's funny because based on the data we have from more than 1,000 customers and more than 1 million videos that have played in the past, we see that the most authentic videos, like literally recorded with a smartphone, are the ones that work the best. And it's usually videos between 20 and 45 seconds also, so authentic and short. And in terms of setup, you just take your phone. What you might want to have is also a tripod to make your phone stand somewhere, but you can also like literally put it on whatever, like a table or whatever, and you record yourself with that. You don't even need a microphone. You don't need lights. And yeah, authentic, natural videos and very human.
Mm-hmm. And I think this is because what's happening in the world, right? It was YouTubers, and we had to have lots of lights, different cameras. We watch these things, and now those YouTubers making, I don't know, XYZ amount of money, then a young TikToker comes with a phone and even kills the whole industry with just a very short snippet of a video, isn't it? It's like,
exactly. Yeah. And this is also the short video aspect. When you're browsing something like when you're on TikTok, you're just browsing. When you're on e-commerce store, you're also browsing. You're not browsing videos, you're browsing products. But you need short videos, short and informative messages. If you're on YouTube, you kind of already committed to watch longer form of videos. So you're not browsing anymore. You're like committed to watch longer videos. So that's why short videos come very handy when you're browsing on something.
That's very interesting, because when I buy products, what do? You go to YouTube, you watch a review. Most of the time I 2x it, or I go to just see the things that I want, but because a lot of people talk a lot about it. But now I've heard that people actually search on TikTok to find these reviews that are very short, and it's like, this is great, blah, blah, blah. And people speak very fast, they show you, and that's that. Do you do that? Do you search on TikTok?
Yeah, I do search on TikTok, okay. And because of that, we just released a TikTok feature on Vidjet, awesome, where you can import these videos, like a review on the product from TikTok, and display it right on the product page, for example. So yeah, this is exactly it.
That's very interesting, actually. So you can import your videos into TikTok, and then you can drive people from TikTok to the site, or you can take the TikTok videos, put it on the site.
Exactly, the second option. Okay. The TikTok video, you put it on the site, and then you can trigger it to the customer's behavior. So for example, if you are browsing on the product page, looking for more information, we will know it. It's basically when you scroll 30% of the page and you spend more like that than 10 seconds. And this is the right moment to push you this review, to reassure you and to tell you, yeah, this is the product for you. You can buy it you can trust this product and buy it. Okay,
because you're saying that, so now these questions are not here, but I'm very interested in something then. Let's say, I think this speech gets into that as well, so that's why your integrations at the end, we're going to talk about that, right? So I'm going to build a platform with all of them, but we're going to talk about that in a bit. Okay? We find a very popular influencer. I know you do more nano and the actual customers and so on, and ambassadors, but let's say that there's an influencer that we really like, has a very big TikTok. Can we work with this person and take this person's video into our website then?
If it's on TikTok or on YouTube, this is free content that you can use, but it needs to be displayed with like the YouTube or the TikTok watermark to say that this content has been uploaded originally to this channel, like YouTube, and so this is the basically the asset of YouTube. But you can use it wherever, like on a website, on whatever web pages, or send it to a friend, for example.
Is there a lot of people already doing this TikTok to website videos?
I don't know. We just released the feature yesterday.
Awesome. Well, congratulations to Vidjet for that. First of all.
No, yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think they're young and they're trendy, not like me, So well done on catching up with the trend, because I think TikTok looks very promising.
Thank you.
I've heard this. Now more TikTok than Google, right? So we search more on TikTok than Google.
Yep, more and more, mainly for the Gen Z. Yeah.
Wow, incredible. Awesome. Thank you so much. Let's get to Kevin then. Kevin, even shorter. Really, why? Why? Don't explain me the whole pitch. Why would somebody use Spitche?
Well, actually, you just replied to this question just before. You were taking the example of the influencer where you can take the video and display it.
Again, other side.
Again,
He does it on purpose.
I'm doing it on purpose. So imagine now you just I can put it like this. Imagine you pick up one video from one influencer. It's one influencer.
Yeah.
Imagine you do it with 10,000 customers. So basically, why should brand use Spitche? They should use Spitche if they want to engage their base of customers, and more globally their consumers, because they can also be prospect. And basically, imagine like all your customers creating content, videos, etc. That then the brand can put on Vidjet, for example, and creating the social proof kind of for the lead of the brands, for the audience of the brand of prospect, and creating the proof of their own experience on social media.
Again, you're making me think of these use cases. I love it because my brain goes, I love to think about stuff. So can I also say to my ambassador, to my customers, can I say, hey, I'll give you loyalty points if you make a video for us?
Yeah, that's what we do, actually. So basically, we have we reward the customers of the brand when they create content. It can be a comment, it can be pictures, it can be a video when they communicate about their experience with the brand, with the product or the service. And later we can even get this content, we collect it, we can moderate it, we can ask the permission to use it in a commercial purpose. And all of this action, we reward the customer.
And with Vidjet, you can actually upload.
And with Vidjet, we can use it later in the e-commerce.
That's what's happening here. There's already there's going to happen in between.
We were already talking about that.
I chose these 3 guys on purpose anyway, because I think the future is the platform. We'll see.
We just need your money to make the merch.
I don't have that money, sadly. But for VCs at the moment, it's very difficult VC moments. But I think we could bootstrap that. We have 3 successful companies here. Yeah, we have some amazing already people here is going to buy the new platform, right? So we can do that. Awesome, thank you. Okay, let's get to Ata. Ata, I know the use case of marketing automation, but give us something very, very crazy. What's the crazy use case that a customer of yours has done? Maybe?
Like crazy, or what is
advanced,
working the
crazy, working the most? Something that you haven't said yet. Something that is innovative.
Yeah. I mean, in general, in all marketing automation, what works the most is cart abandonment. Okay. Like whenever somebody adds a product to basket and then leave without purchasing, so reminding that person. But what is more advanced is being able to do it, combining different channels, maybe. So based first, creating different segments, and if they're registered or not. If they're registered, probably you have more channels, and then you can, create journeys using different channels, and you can say, okay, first send a push notification. If they didn't click on it, send an email 1 hour later or 1 day later. And if they still didn't buy that. And in all of this, you can use the past data of that user. Maybe not. It's nothing that hard, but it works. In one of our new clients, which is basically it's called Uno Bike, and they are selling different pieces for motorbikes. And based on once they search for an accessory, am I
that's perfect. Yeah. Just checking signals. It's the smallest mic you've ever seen. No?
Yeah, for them, once they search for a specific accessories for their brand, so we know what motorcycle they have. So based on all that, we can follow up with different options, etc. But in the end, using, and when you receive a message seeing that, and usually people love their motorcycle, love their car, yes. And when you see your brand, your model, you feel excited, and then the click-through rates are much higher than everything else. Yeah, but in the end, if you are not using marketing automation in e-commerce, you're probably using around 8 to 10% of potential revenue. So that is
losing that revenue.
Yeah, I mean, it's the opportunity cost of not using it. So,
and if I use that, then I brought them on a page where there's a video, and then we give them loyalty points.
Yeah, exactly. That I didn't want to interrupt, but I mean, with all
Please
the
do. It's
all
a
the
discussion.
emails,
It's a discussion.
in all these emails, actually, we can use, we can get the videos which are presented on the product pages, and then we can send them to all the ambassadors. So I think we found a.
I just want my percentage in this company, right? In this new company we're creating or something. I just want, yeah, I think so. It's the next big competitor to Shopify, maybe. We just need, who builds websites? We need a website builder. Huh?
No.
Okay, nobody. Oh, all right. Okay. Well, yeah, she does. Okay, we got it. All right. Awesome. Cool. Thank you. So you started about data, and let's go like this a little bit.
Okay.
So Frizbit, what data can we get, and how can we act on it? Like, what's the most? Give me top 3 metrics or something like that. I know you said cart abandonment. That's obvious.
Yeah, I mean, basically, what we do is we collect any kind of data that the users are doing, like while they are browsing. I mean, first there are data that we can get only from the registered users, like their demographics or like their city or their. The other type is we can get their just because of their device, we can get their location, browser, etc. And also the behavioral data, like which products they have checked. How many purchases they did in last months, or like if they are a premium user or more just a shopper.
How much can you narrow that data of location? That I'm very curious about.
There are 2 options. Okay. If the website asks for the specific permission for the location, we can get to very deep as whatever the device is capable of. So
wow. Okay.
Like if it's a mobile device, I can get it. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. You can. But I mean,
scary. Yeah?
Most of the times
be nice to him.
No, most of the times, like it is also another issue to ask that permission. So, and that is why if we use the IP address, we just get until city level, you know. Like,
okay, awesome.
That is more or less. And then like the idea is out of all this data, being able to understand what kind of products the user have been browsing, what they added to basket, so which is the product that they are closer to buy, and then do follow-ups or communication based on all this history, behavioral history.
Awesome, thank you. Let's do the same. Data at speech. Data. What data is the most important data you've seen your customers use?
In the right way.
Don't turn it around.
Double checking. Well, basically, we are like integrated with social media API, so we can track any action that the ambassador will make on social media. We are today on Facebook, Instagram, before the end of the year on TikTok.
Also amazing.
Yeah, we are following Vidjet and so basically we can get the data about the content that they create, which kind of content. We can even read the text of this content, the image of this content. We can know when they publish in general, when they engage the most, where they engage the most, more Facebook, more Instagram. We also get the data about their ID profiles. So then, for example, we can take the social media emails that the brand can use later in the lookalike audience for the ads. We can also reuse the UGC for the ads as well, or for improving the user experience on the e-commerce website.
Yeah, and just to clarify here, UGC, everybody know, user-generated content.
Yeah, content generated by the customers. And this is the data that we can get from the customers, but also from the prospect. Because on speech and on the social media loyalty, you don't need to be a customer to become an ambassador. Okay. So you can even promote a brand before being a customer.
Get points and then
become customer. So we are in the both funnels here.
And you said about understanding the image or the video, the content, but you don't have machine learning or computer vision scanning yet, no?
For the image and the video, no. Today is mostly text reading, but it's something very possible to add to read any videos later, to know like where is the video, what is inside the video, etc. Yeah, this kind of things.
Well, I asked that because I used to work at Respi, if you remember.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. But still, we can get anything related to the publishing of the video, like the time, where, when, etc. So this is already like interesting to understand better the consumer journey. before, but also after the purchase.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Kevin. And let's do the same question for Baptiste, of course. The data, what data, like the most important, because you kind of mentioned about the scrolling of the page and so on, but what's the most important data you think that people use from Vidjet?
Yeah, so it's two types of data, and this is the same for this data is very important for Vidjet, but it's basically very important for every tool you'll be putting on an e-commerce store or even any type of website. If it's visual, if you're putting something visual on your website, like an image, like a new type of button, like a video with Vidjet or other video tools, you want to look at engagement data and conversion data. Engagement data and how much time does the visitors spend on pages. If before the average was 1 minute and then it jumped to 1 minute 30, this is good. You want to keep publishing videos and images because they stay more on your pages. And the second type of data is conversion data. And conversion is not only a sale. In e-commerce, conversion is mainly a purchase. But on other types of websites, it's going from step 1 to step 2, or leaving an email address, for example, or all of these kind of things. And so you want to see, after publishing this video, did I collect more email addresses? Did my visitors end up spending more money or making more sales on our websites? So again, two types of data, engagement and conversion data.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Oh, great. So just to summarize a little bit from the first conversation that we did about the tools, why use them and where and how, I think it's really all three tools is about diversifying your acquisition channels, diversifying your touch points, and being able to obviously track that, give points or show videos or push notifications, right? It's all about them channels for e-commerce. That's awesome. And we talked about the data. I think it's to better understand the consumer expectation with data from your tools, right? And I think that all three tools have data that complements each other, right? And then we can really map out the funnel. That's awesome. Okay, great. So I know that we love to chat, so we'll chat and chat and chat. We're not like TikTok. We don't make it very short. But so let me get a little bit more on the customer journey, the e-commerce funnel. Very quickly, let's try to be a bit quicker, guys, if that's okay. So because I know everybody wants the beers, and especially me. Yeah. The rest is
me as well.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Great. So tell us, pre-purchase trends, problem areas, tips and tricks, and pre-purchase from Vidjet.
Pre-purchase.
Yes, pre-purchase.
Well, the example I gave you before, you want to buy a cream, you don't know the texture of the cream, you look at the video, you look at people putting the cream on the skin, you see the texture, the color, you know the information, and then you can make the purchase easier.
I know you love cycling and actually skateboarding, and I'm glad that you don't have a broken ankle today.
I'm all good.
Yeah, he used to break his ankle every couple of months when we used to work together. He never comes to the office. No, I'm joking. He's a big skateboarder. So give another example, because we gave the cream example. Skateboard or cycling.
Cycling. Well, another very good tool pre-purchase that is not video, but it's in the imagery, so it's a visible thing. Cycling. You might want to buy new sunglasses when you go cycling. And you don't know how they will fit you. You're not very sure about, like the color and how it fits your head. So you have like these 3D renders where you can take your smartphone, take a selfie, and like on Snapchat, and then you'll have the sunglasses on your face and you can see how they look, etc. So this is pre-purchase, and now I know how they fit my head, my face. So I will be likely to buy them.
And if you look good or not in them, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, awesome, cool. And let's go quick in the purchase trends.
Well, purchase is, give the human information. When you purchase something, when you make a sale or whatever, you want to be, you want the brand to thank you, to say, hey, thanks a lot for that. That's very good. I mean, we'd love to hear more from you, and then we'd love you to become an ambassador. So purchase, just be human, say thank you, and send a video message. It doesn't have to be only an email. It can be like someone talking to you on a video.
Awesome. So that's why let's go to Kevin about purchase, because Vidjet obviously mentioned about buying something and then you're giving loyalty. What's the trends at the moment in purchase you see?
Well, I would say like everything related to social proof, and it's a little bit like about like all the videos that you can. So the videos, of course, they can be from the brand, but they can also be from the customers. And I was taking the example before about this that people don't look at the menu, but they look at what there is on Instagram. I can also take the example of when I'm booking an hotel. On Booking, I'm getting all the hotels with the 8+ reviews, for example. So, and the same for Amazon, for example, when you buy a product, in general, you don't buy a product with no reviews. So I would say like during the purchase, but it's also before the purchase. I think people now, they need more and more information. We'll say the consumer journey is more complex, and social media is a very big part of it because they need to see the social proof of the experience of the past customers. And more you have social proof, that's why the fact to have ambassadors is helping. More you have social proof, and more you can have like a easier and faster customer journey.
Awesome, thank you. Let's go to Ata, because Ata, I know that on purchase you said cart abandonment, but can you bring us from that cart abandonment and let's say that we bought it on post-purchase? What's the trend?
Well, yeah, after purchasing, we already know what is interested the product, so we can do various type of campaigns to keep the customer engagement in a better level, like cross sell, like based on what they all like, or upsell. I mean, upsell is just during purchase, so but cross sell, let's say they bought I don't know, like a jacket, and then you can suggest like another the products which can be good with that jacket, like a shirt or I don't know, whatever,
and give them some loyalty points so that they come back.
Exactly through speech.
Seriously, can you see how I put them as well? It's on purpose. It's really like it connects so well from pre-purchase to purchase to post-purchase. I think that the tree actually plays a great role in the whole funnel, but I think integrating them, man, this is the dream. We're gonna have to talk about it. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and like maybe another example could be, if the product that they bought is more or less a product which has to be replenished after some time. I don't like pet food or
or even a cream, right?
Or a cream. Yeah, you can decide more or less estimate in how many months.
3 months. Here's
3
a
months,
new
6
email.
months. Yeah,
here's your loyalty
exactly.
points. Here's a video again, and buy.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thank you. Let's stay with you very quickly. In one word.
One word.
Yes. What has changed? What's the new generation of consumer journey in one word?
Probably. I mean,
one word.
Privacy.
Huh?
Privacy.
Great word. Thank you. Let's do the same. One word.
I would say in 3 letters, if you don't mind.
Okay,
I would say C2C.
C2C.
Consumer to consumer.
Yeah. Awesome. One word.
Harmonization.
Wow, that's a big word.
He's the poet.
Okay, awesome, great. I mean, we spoke about a lot of the use cases, but very, very quickly, can you give us a few tips if you do C2C then? Yes, since the mic is there. Okay.
A few tips?
Yeah, we're gonna get more. We're a B2C company, right? We want to be more C2C. What do we do? How can we do that?
Well, you build the brand ambassador software
Awesome.
program. Sorry.
Great.
No, but it's interesting because we can see the trend. For example, I don't know if you guys follow a little bit what is going on with blockchain, Web3, NFTs, etc. Of course, there is like what is with the cryptos, which is the surface of the things. But for example, with the NFT, what is the NFT? It's like basically the brand distribute the NFT. They can be also sold to a bunch of brand ambassadors or top fan, and then this NFT they are sold to other people by the fans.
Awesome.
So basically, this is like also part of the trend, which is like going stronger and stronger. And I think today, everyone can be kind of a store, can be kind of a media. All of us, we have a network of friends and family, and we can influence them. We can promote the brand that we like, but we can also sell to them. And I think more and more the brands will go to have like a bunch of brand ambassadors selling also product for them.
Okay, awesome. I mean, because you said blockchain, crypto, and stuff like that, quick question for everybody: who made or lost money in blockchain and crypto? Lost. Both. Okay, but average total? Are you down or up?
Now.
Yeah. All right. Down or up?
Me too.
Up. Oh, he's up. Okay, we like him. All right. Okay. I saw a couple other hands. Up or down? Oh well, yeah. I don't like Bitcoin because I lost a lot of money. But
I think like
I thought it was cool for a while. I don't think it's cool.
What is
I'm glad that you guys, some of you, making money. Edgar, you should speak to him. He's making money.
actually what is behind each crypto is like kind of also startup like Frizbit, Vidjet and Spitche could be also crypto, and behind there is a technology, and basically there is this market trends and this buying and selling, but behind each crypto there is a technology, a startup actually, and trying to answering an issue on blockchain. And so yeah,
I mean, I think there are some of them are not even issues, they're not even problems. It's just in the US.
Depends which one.
It's like, oh, I'm doing NFTs, I'm doing the Web3. Everybody's Web3 now. I mean, on LinkedIn, I try to follow.
Well, 5 years ago, everyone was AI.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's very correct. Yeah. But since you said NFT, I have a question for you. Can you see a little bit Vidjet with NFTs somehow?
I don't know, to be honest.
No.
I like both. I mean, I like video marketing. Of course, this is what
I
do.
hope you like Vidjet because it's your company. You like both.
I like blockchain. I'm super interested, and I see a lot of use cases. But I don't know if this will be a good fit for now. So maybe in the future, but I don't want to, to say anything about that because I might be wrong.
Okay, well, I mean, it's okay. That's even startups, but sometimes we're wrong. We try, right? There's a problem. We try to bring the solution. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. That's life.
Exactly.
But okay, very, very quickly then, can you tell me your best experience when you bought a product?
Oh, this was the one I said.
The glasses.
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh yeah, buying glasses when you have this lens where you can scan your face and try the sunglasses online. That's perfect.
That was your best experience.
Definitely.
Awesome. Kevin, what was your best experience?
Yeah, what I said about the social proof, I think
But your personal best experience. He bought some sunglasses. I think he hasn't. Maybe we can even see.
When I'm saying when I'm going to the restaurant, I'm looking at Instagram and looking at the best plate out there on Instagram page, and then
you go buy that plate.
And I take it.
Okay.
And then
so you're sold very visually.
So I
even if it doesn't taste good, it's just like it's very.
No, it needs to taste good as well. But,
I hope so.
No, but I would say anything with social proof is for me the most important, and I repeat that. But it's actually what I'm doing when I'm buying something.
Yeah. They're obsessed about their own areas, which is great.
Yeah.
Ata, your best experience?
Well, no, nothing comes.
No.
He
doesn't buy. He doesn't. Ata works a lot, so he never shops.
Amazon. No.
Yeah, I mean, Amazon.
The fridge, maybe the fridge that you passed.
The fridge
out.
actually
That was
was
a
the
good
best, but as a seller,
As a seller,
yeah,
okay.
that was my
Nothing that comes to your mind. Best experience.
Well, I don't know.
Okay, that's
I don't know.
all right.
Let's skip.
I don't have to push you.
I'll add.
Okay. Well, relevant push notification, right time and right place, right? We kind of spoke about that. Do you think that push notification can really play in pre-purchase, purchase, post-purchase somehow?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So how? I mean, the thing of this push notification channel is that usually we can get the permission, the opt-in before the user becomes a client.
Yeah.
So that is why even while they're browsing and discovering the products, etc., we can engage them through that channel. During the purchase, we already talked like cart abandonment, etc., and post-purchase the cross-sell.
And do you think that's easier to get allow push notification than getting an email address?
Yeah,
Okay,
I mean,
awesome.
usually, just to give some statistics, somewhere between 5 to 10% of the unique users allow for push notifications, and getting an email is somewhere between 1 to 2.
Okay.
Unless you give some incentive.
Okay. So you said iOS 16. I think I'm a beta tester, so it's beautiful. Cool. It's lovely. It's coming, but it's draining my battery. I hate it. That's another thing. But we're not going to talk about that now. So what are you going to do with Frizbit? What is the next thing?
Well,
Frizbit?
The thing is for many years, all the other operating systems like Windows, Android, and Mac, they had the support for this website push notifications, but Apple, even though it was existing for Mac, for iOS, for iPhone and iPads, didn't allow this technology. But they recently, a month ago, they announced that they are with iOS 16. They are adding the support, so it's only for the tests. But for public, it's going to be early next year. So, and this will change a lot. Why? And specifically for this web push notification channel, first, it's going to increase the reach because you can get opt-in from all the iOS users, and usually they are more, higher value. In Europe, the penetration, and US, the penetration is higher. So, yeah, it is a big change for.
And it's interesting because you said your one word. I think it was you that said privacy, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Awesome. Future for speech. What's next? What's the next feature? You said TikTok. We know that.
Yeah, so part of TikTok to continue to increase the relationship between the brand and the ambassadors.
Okay.
So to increase the action that we can gamify with them. Actually, we're gonna launch very soon like a campaigns feature. So we're gonna be able to use the ambassadors not on the long-term basis, but on short-term campaigns, kind of, for product launch or A/B testing, products, extra. And also, we're going to focus a lot on getting more and more data for the brands. So to understand better and better the consumer journey, the consumer behavior, the consumer engagement, etc. Yeah.
Awesome, etc. Thank you. All right, Baptiste, what's the future for Vidjet? Because I know a little bit, but TikTok launched yesterday. But what's next?
Yeah, the long-term future is the word I said earlier. It's harmonization. It's basically harmonizing the video channel. It's a beautiful
word. Yeah,
it's a very beautiful word. But yeah, harmonizing the video channel, marketing channel to other marketing channels like push notifications, emails, SMS. And right now, video marketing works kind of apart from other channels. In the future, everything will be integrated.
Amazing. Okay. I want to leave quick couple of minutes. Anybody has a question? Yeah? Okay, Edgar has a question. Can we pass that to Edgar? Here you go, Edgar.
I think it's fine.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. I have a question for the three of you. The three of you mentioned products, but they were all objects. But what about something that is not an object, something that I cannot touch?
Digital products.
Not digital, but a service.
Okay, service. Yeah.
Or an experience for the people. How do you think that your companies can fit in those kind of products?
Okay, that's an interesting question. Who has an answer to that?
I have part of an answer.
Great question, Edgar. Thank you.
So when you sell a digital product or a service, what you want to create, you want to create many things, but one important thing is trust. And you want to really get trustworthy towards your customers. So they trust you, they trust your service because it's going to be good. And so they buy it before seeing the value of it. And so video comes very, very helpful, very handy to create trust, because the video communication, you see the face of someone talking to you. It really humanizes the approach, and this creates a lot of trust.
I don't know if any of you has an answer. I know you didn't ask me, Edgar. Sorry, but I am very jealous. I'm gonna get involved here. Sorry about that, Edgar. But sadly, it wasn't Vidjet because it was before Vidjet. I used Video Ask. If anybody knows Video Ask by Typeform, and I put it on my website. And I did a very silly video. I was just in my living room, and I was like, "Hey, I'm Tim. I'm a growth consultant, and I serve this clients, and this is what I do." And I got so much more answer. I had people just saying, "Oh, your video is lovely. You look friendly. I want to chat to you," and stuff. Like, it really did create, instead of coming to my website, timcakir.com, people would come and see my face talking to them. And they were able to respond with video as well. So I got a bunch of people actually that would contact me from there. I'm really bad with my WhatsApp, so I don't answer. They'll go on my website as well. Friends would do that. And I get a video, "Hey, why don't you answer your phone?" That's a silly one, but the service one is very interesting because I did get leads from it, and I think I even closed the client because they saw me. And if somebody, you see each other, there's a better energy than not seeing anybody and just seeing a picture, right? So I think that helps a lot on the service side of stuff. If that helps. Anybody else have anything to add to Edgar's question, maybe?
Yeah, well, basically for speech, we don't have any limitation, which is if it's like a product or service. So basically, we focus more on the brand. So if you have a brand and you want to engage your audience, of course, we work more in B2C than in B2B, but we still have also B2B client. But we can also have client in services. So we can work, for example, with airlines selling their service. We can also work, we're actually working with some media company like TV channel, for example. So any brand having a community can engage this community and can reward the top people of this community. So there is no limitation between product and service. And I jump on what Baptiste say about like the humanization of the brand. So that's on what we focus. Doesn't matter if it's a product or service.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Do you want to add anything to that?
Well, it's the same in our case. It doesn't matter if it's a service or product, because like while you are, let's say, an airline can also use us, because the more or less all the user journey is similar. Like you, instead of buying a physical product, you just order a flight ticket, or you do a hotel reservation, or we have some other extreme cases that like you reserve for a checking flat, or so basically when we say e-commerce, it doesn't necessarily has to be retail with products.
Yeah, I think that's changing a lot, isn't it? Is that when we said e-com, we think a lot about hardware products and things that we can touch, but I think that's changing. And an example could be, I know a couple of guys that gives consultancy or coaching hours. They're a package of service. It's not a product that you can touch, and they do have a shopping cart and stuff, and you can do abandoned cart retargeting and stuff. Why didn't you buy those hours and so on? So I think if you start thinking about how can you put your service into an easy journey to be able to be bought, I think that the biggest problem that I see in services, Edgar, in my opinion, and for everybody, is that we make it very hard to get that service. If you want to work with a consultant, if you want to work with a consulting firm, it takes you days and weeks until you get to that, right? But if you're ready to buy it, I don't want you to call me for a demo and for a talk, and then in a week I'm going to have a Zoom call. No, I just want to buy the hours that I want, because I know I've heard from someone that you're a great consultant. I just want to buy 5 hours of your time. But you can't do that, right? So that's changing, and I think that's very important, that you can also think about your services and so on making it as simple as going, buying, and I get the value, right? I track this a lot. I don't know if you guys track, because I try to track this manually. Time to value, right? So I track this with my clients. So I start with a client. In a week or two, I want to give them value, because they pay me hourly, and they pay quite a lot of money, so I want to make sure that they get to the value, so that the third week they don't say, oh, sorry, we don't want to work with you anymore. I have that 1 month, so that they pay me the second month, right? So I have to make sure time to value and try to bring that very closer. So what do? I create templates. I create things or processes and systems that I already use with a lot of clients, that I can customize very quickly for this client, and they can see this value much quicker, and then they're happy to pay me more, hopefully, right?
That's why we need to, I think, differentiate I think that's why we also need to differentiate what is the e-commerce, which is a tool, a channel that we use, and what is the brand. Because actually, when they buy you, they buy your brand, kind of. They buy your person.
And they can't buy me; they can rent me. But
correct. Yeah, and
I haven't sold myself on the NFT yet or anything like that.
And then, if they book you on your e-commerce website, then they book you through this tool. But at the end, they buy the brand.
Yeah,
and that's actually, I think, something that we three of us we are working on. Is like also to improve the brand, the branding, the brand experience.
Okay. Okay. So, anybody else has any questions? Edgar's question was amazing.
Or do we have also questions from online?
Oh yeah, if there's any questions online, questions online? Yeah, okay. Questions offline. Okay. Yeah. We also take offline questions, but we can take online questions as well. Sorry, I don't have your name, so I can't call you from your name.
Oh, Fernanda.
Fernanda, here we go.
Yeah. Technically, talking with you. Okay. Technically talking, videos are inserted on the website, right? Makes the web slow?
It's a very good question.
So extra point for you, extra beer for you tonight.
You're gonna get
a lot of, and it's going to give you a notification in a bit. It's a good question, yes.
Anything you add to website will slow down the loading times. You want to make sure to use like a good architecture, a good structure to make the impact less big, let's say. So we do slow down websites in theory, but compared to, for example, YouTube or Vimeo, the loading time of the videos are less impactful on SEO and on other metrics. So yeah, the answer is yes. Everything you add to a website will eventually slow it down, but we can optimize it.
But can I say lazy load?
Yeah, what we use is lazy
load.
We lazy load the video.
So you don't load the video until you actually get the whole content of the page, and then when it's time for the video, you're actually pushing the video.
Exactly.
Right? Because Google also will penalize you if your website is slow.
Exactly.
Okay, one more. Hold on. There's one more question.
Okay. How often do you upgrade these videos? I mean, how often do you recommend to upgrade it? To change it? I mean, because maybe you will have a customer for 1 year. And how often you recommend to upgrade, to change that videos in the funnel?
Okay.
That's very specific, though, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I can see it. I can see that. Very specific. He's gonna be here for a while. You can.
Do you accept credit?
Yeah. If you buy now, I ask him for a discount.
So right now, it's a very good question as well. Right now, you have a contact-based logic. You're using this logic based on the customer, on the contact. Since we cannot identify every contact, maybe like you, we base the logic on the product. So on the pages. For example, we take your website, we see all of the pages you have, and we see pages with high visits but low conversion, meaning that there is some optimization to be done. And so we tell you what pages to start with. And if this page has high visit and low conversion, we will tell you to record a video for that. And this will likely be to increase the conversion rate. So this is the logic we use to tell people to add more videos over time.
And you can work with every platform, WordPress, Shopify, other ones?
Wix, and pretty much everything. We have a native integration with these 3 ones we mentioned. Yeah.
They keep launching a lot of features. They're very fast in development.
Actually, our most active user is from Chile. Yeah.
Okay, you guys are gonna chat in a second. I think. You guys are gonna chat in a second. Yeah, that's your customer. Give him loyalty points. Come on. Anybody else has questions? Because I think you have a lot of questions, but that's very direct to Baptiste, I think. So I'll let you do that in a second with free beers. Don't forget. Anybody else has a question?
Question
Okay, please.
to the 3 of them.
Yeah.
With a yes/no
Not
answer.
me again. Oh my god. I'm leaving.
You can answer. It could be
I'm
your
joking,
question
Paul.
too.
I'm joking, Paul.
Do you have each other products in each other roadmap?
That's a great question.
I told you, I'll do your question.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much for that. So, do you guys use each other's, or do you integrate? Do you do anything like that?
Yes.
That's politically correct question.
No, I need to say yes as well. No, I think we were talking in the past what we can do, but like at some point we have all of us our own roadmap. But definitely, what is interesting for the brand is to use the one same kind of I will not say back office, but let's say
all-in-one
integrator, or like all-in-one is like always what the brand is looking for. And actually, each time we are working with a new brand, they ask us if we can integrate with this kind of product that they use, etc. So it's also depending on the audience that we have. We actually have probably like a lot of potential similar audience in terms of clients. And there is the big trend in the marketing right now. It's like the big martech, they try to kind of build the same than Salesforce with a suite of tools. All integrated. I
want to chime in there because I think that
Because you didn't ask.
Exactly. So I'm penalizing that. Now I think HubSpot did that really well.
HubSpot,
yeah, HubSpot did that really well, all in one tool, right? So if you want to do your marketing, you want to do your CRM, your sales, you want to do your customer support now, and now they have the operation side as well, processes that are automated and so on. Yeah, the CRM has been for a while, but the new one is the operations. They have processes now that you can actually run processes. Their first was a marketing automation, Natalia, as you said, and then they got the CRM, right? Because Salesforce actually invested in HubSpot. Yes. So, and then they built a CRM that were more for SMEs, small to medium enterprises, instead of Salesforce was for big enterprises.
Yeah.
Is it that yes from you as well?
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you got the 3 and not just 2 and me.
Yes, I got the question.
Exactly. Awesome. So any other questions? Because if you have individual questions, you can take the time and see them in a second at the bar there in the terrace. Looks lovely. and I think it's going to get a little bit chillier now because it's not there's no sun. But very quickly, if we want to test Frizbit, how can we do?
Well, just contact us and ask for a demo. We will do like a personalized demo.
Awesome.
With an video session. You can have if you qualify, 1 month free trial, and then you can test without any compromise.
Awesome. Okay. And will you give a special discount to anybody from here? If they say tool time Tim, can they?
If they say tool time Tim, yes.
Okay. If you say tool time Tim, you get something. Awesome. Kevin, how about Spitche?
Well, it's very easy. You go to talk with Pauline here, our head of sales, and she will make a good proposal for you and try.
Do I get the tool time Tim discount for everybody? Okay. Okay. We got it.
It depends how many beers you give to her.
The beers are on him, so I can give every beer you want. How many can you handle? Yeah, let's check. Okay, we'll try that. Awesome. And also free trial. There's a free trial.
We don't have. Yeah, we have.
Oh yeah, he's the CEO now. He's got too many people. He's not aware.
We're gonna have a free pack very soon.
A free pack. Awesome.
In general, for big brands, we don't have free trial.
Okay,
but
awesome.
we have some no commitment package.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
And if you want to try Vidjet, you just go on our website. It's vidjet.io, and you click the button, and it's all self-service. You won't even have to talk with me or with my team. And we have a free version, of course, and that's it.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming. Thank you to all. Small crowd, but a nice crowd. Nice questions, and let's network. Let's drink some beers. I think that we will do a few of these panels. I will do a few of these panels with different kind of technologies and so on. I'm glad to have them as the first one, and thank you so much for inviting to host this event to Atico as well. And guys, don't forget these tools. Soon we're gonna integrate them. You're gonna have them all in one platform. Yeah, and we're gonna. Yeah, that's my dream. That's why I brought them together, and I think I'm gonna focus on that. Every panel that I do, it's gonna be 3 tools that can actually merge together. Right, and if they do it, I take the trademark or whatever, copyright. I take 10% of everything that they do. That's a good idea, no? So, anyways, thank you so much to everybody. Let's network. Let's enjoy some beers. And if you want more about tools, as I said, go to tooltimeteam.io as well. It's a new site. There's not much there. It's a new project that we launched today, thanks to you guys. But soon you will all see them on TikTok as well. So on TikTok, it's I am Tooltime Tim. Yeah, I'm still learning my TikTok name. I am Tooltime Tim, and they're gonna pitch actually their product in a second after a couple of beers, so there's a bit more fun for TikTok. Yeah. Thanks again, guys. Enjoy the beers.
Thank you.